What do 80% of households own, but only 50% of those households say they use 3 to 4 times a year? It's the Bible. As a pastor for over 20 years, I've helped people to discover, learn, and understand the Bible. Maybe you've been intimidated by the Bible, but you can understand it also. A lot of our literature, music, and works of arts were inspired by the Bible. Many of the laws of the United States came from the Bible also. So if you don't understand the Bible, you're missing out on a lot of what's going on in the world. To help you better understand the Bible, I want to talk to you about Bible translations, Bible reading plans, and finally, Bible study aids. First of all, let's talk about Bible translations. Maybe you've read a Bible and thought, that's really hard to understand. Well, maybe that was because you were reading an old King James version of the Bible that was written in over 400 years ago in that kind of style of English. The English language has changed a lot in 400 years. There's a lot of modern English translations that make it very simple and easy to understand. There's two schools of Bible translation, two schools of thought about Bible translation. There's the formal equivalence, which is a word-for-word translation. They take the word in the original language and find a corresponding word in our English language. That's why a lot of the formal equivalent Bibles are very choppy and difficult to understand, because the original word order might have been different than the way our English grammar allows us to speak today. And the other school of thought is dynamic equivalence. And in dynamic equivalence, it's a thought-for-thought translation. Bible scholars take the thought of the original author and put it into modern vernacular so that we can understand it today. As you can see on the screen here, there's a spectrum of Bibles that fall between the formal equivalence to the dynamic equivalence. And you can choose which way you prefer to read. But most important, you need to get a Bible translation that's easy for you to understand. Second, let's talk about Bible reading plans. The Bible's a big book. Actually, it's 66 different books in one. And so you're not going to be able to read through it in one sitting. You need to have a plan where you can easily digest the Bible in a set period of time. I like to use the YouVersion one-year Bible reading plan. In fact, it's available on your mobile device. In fact, YouVersion offers hundreds of different Bible reading plans from ministries and organizations from around the world. You can go to your mobile device and download the YouVersion Bible app, and then when you open it, you can come down to the bottom and click Plans, and then at the top, you'll find a place to find a plan that suits you, whether that's a 7-day reading plan or a year-long reading plan. When you have a systematic approach to reading through the Bible, you'll better understand it. The third thing I want to talk to you about today is Bible study aids. And as we begin to try to study and understand the Bible better, there's 3 tools that I would recommend for you to use to begin with. The first tool is a Bible dictionary. And as you come to the different words in the Bible that you may not understand, you can look them up in a Bible dictionary and you can see what the meaning of that word was in the original language that it was written, and what the intention of the author was when they used that specific word. The second tool that I would recommend is a concordance. And this is a big book because it lists every single word that's in the Bible and every time that it appears in the Bible. With a concordance, you can do a study from one word or a different topic and see how that thought, that idea, that word, that topic is used throughout the entire Bible. And so you could begin to study a topic like money or finance or relationships and see what the Bible has to say about that individual topic. And again, that will give you every reference there is in the Bible to that word or topic. The third tool that I would recommend that you have is a good Bible commentary. A commentary is a Bible scholar or a group of them who have commented upon a scripture or a passage or a book of the Bible. And so you can understand what a scholar's thoughts were and important background information so you can better understand the Bible. With the right tools, you can understand the Bible better also. In fact, Paul, who is one of the authors of the New Testament portion of the Bible, he said to show yourself approved, to study to show yourself approved, a workman that does not need to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. So when you get the right tools, you can understand the Bible better. Well, today we've talked about how you can better understand the Bible. I've talked about Bible translations, about Bible reading plans, and about Bible study aids that will help you. And if you will put these things that we've talked about today into practice, you too can better understand the Bible. Remember, it's like Charles Spurgeon said, that a Bible that is falling apart usually belongs to someone who isn't.